Hello and welcome to my video, where I'm going to show you how I quickly fixed some slippers that were wearing away on the inside. These are my favourite slippers, and I thought it'd be too much of a waste to just throw these away when the outsides are still in good condition. So I basically just made some insole replacements. To do this, I needed some lining fabric, some insoles that fit inside the slippers, some strong sewing thread and a sharp sewing needle, some all-purpose glue or fabric glue, a pair of scissors, a fabric pen and a vacuum cleaner. Note that you don't want the insoles to be too thick. Mine are basically just an even layer of foam. As an alternative, you could make these insoles yourself with thick felt, foam, wadding, or a mix of these materials. You'll likely want the lining fabric to closely match the lining of your slippers, and that's why I'm going to use some turquoise short pile faux fur. Right, so first place your insoles onto the back of the lining fabric. Then draw around these insoles, preferably with a fabric pen. Make sure you leave at least a couple of centimeters of space between the insoles when you do this. Then cut out the shapes by cutting approximately 1 centimeter outside of these lines. This gives you extra fabric to fold over the edges of the insoles. Note that cutting this fabric releases a lot of fibres, so you might want to wear a breathing mask or cut whilst holding the fabric inside a container like a bin. You'll want to vacuum everything straight afterwards, including along the edges of the fabric. Next, use suitable glue to attach the tops of the insoles to the backs of the fabric pieces, keeping them within the lines that you've drawn. This ensures that the fabric won't slide around at all when the slippers are worn, and it makes the next sewing step a lot easier. Then leave the glue to dry. Next, fold the edges of the fabric over onto the back of the insoles, and use Backstitch to attach the fabric to the insoles durably and securely. I used polyester thread for strength, and began by making a knot in the end of the thread to secure it. The idea with Backstitch is to come up through the fabrics, then go down, then go up again, then go back 1 stitch length, go forward 2 stitch lengths, go back 1 stitch length and repeat. You want to go through the fabric above and below the insole for every stitch. Keep roughly 5 mm away from the edge and secure the thread at the end. If you need any help with Backstitch, I have a video all about it. You could just glue the fabric around the edges, but sewing is more durable. Once you've finished sewing around both insoles, use your needle to release the fibres trapped under the stitches on the top of the insoles. This just helps to hide the stitches as much as possible. Obviously, if you're not using faux fur, you don't need to do this. Then use your scissors to carefully cut off the excess fabric and fibres on the back, making sure not to go too close to the stitches. When I was cutting, I held the scissors quite flat against the insoles. As a final step, give everything, including the insoles, a good vacuum, and that's it, they're finished. Note that the insoles will be quite high, like they are when you first wear any slippers, but after a short amount of wear, they will sink down again. And that's it, the repair is complete. I really hope you found this useful, and thank you very much for watching.